Alex, how do you reflect on the season so far?
Been a bit up and down really, hasn't it? Obviously we had a good win against Halifax and then a close win against Newcastle in Cup obviously, but no, a disappointing loss against Midlands and a very disappointing loss against Cash. I thought we were well in the game then, but the improvement from Midlands game was massive.
So what's the first month been like after such a short pre-season?
Yeah, it's been tough. We've had a couple of tough training sessions on the back of obviously the Midlands loss and the close game against Newcastle. But on the whole, it's been all right. We're still gelling. We're still out, obviously in a bit of a tough period where we're all trying to gel together because we've got a few new players. And but yeah, the more we can gel together and obviously get a bit more time together, it'll put us in good stead going forward.
What can you take as a group from the game against Castleford?
A lot, I think everyone put in 100% effort. I don't think there were anything that you could knock from anyone. Few decisions and a few poor errors on our behalf, ultimately made the game a loss for us. If we'd had more ball and were a bit fresher, we could have maybe challenged them a bit more and it could have been a different result.
So how are you feeling about your own form at the moment?
All right, I guess. I always try and give 100% and leave everything out on the field. Obviously I didn't play the Halifax game, which was disappointing, and I got a chance through injury. So yeah, I'm just trying to put my best foot forward each week and train as hard as I can to get that spot.
And a man of the match performance against Cass?
Yeah, surprised if I'm honest. I thought I just tried to do what I normally do and all the little effort areas. I thought James Glover were mint, and I thought Brad Knowles, they were two players I'd have had in front of me for man at match.
The real competition for places now within the team. Has that had a positive impact on the team?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I missed out on the first game of the season, which I was disappointed with, but it made me train harder and want to push for a spot. We've got quality all over the park in every position, and you'd be unlucky to miss out like Brad here. I think he's been one of our best players for the last 2 seasons since I've been here, and unfortunately he's not getting in. So it's healthy competition, and like I say, Brad here is missing out, but I'm sure he'll get his time, and when he does, he'll kill it.
You mentioned about the new lads a bit earlier. How have they added? What have they added to the group?
Yeah, like I said, we've got some talent that we've added in. Jones is absolutely class from 9, and then we've got Gads, who's a big body, and we've got Glover, who's got a bit of skill, and everything's just getting adding to our strengths. It's good to have strength in depth, and that's what we've got at the minute. So
Batley up next on Sunday. What are you expecting from them?
I think we've just got to prepare for the best Batley. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously the conditions at the minute are not the best, so it's going to be like a dogfight. And we've just got to go into the game as preparing for the best Batley and the best of us.
Yeah, and the lads are up for that dogfight.
Yeah, 100%. Especially off the back of last week, I think we've got a good buzz in camp at the minute. So yeah, there's no reason why we can't put our best foot forward.